All right, everybody, welcome to September's construction video. 1 week till Frightmares. We got a car show going on. Join us today on the XP project. All right, it's that time of year. We are out here for our last construction video of the year, and I'm telling you, it is feeling just like slightly cooler today. It's just, you know, this happens every year in Utah. It just kind of starts cooling down, and we've got actually quite a few things out here to talk about, so let's jump to it. Started looking at that the old carousel candy that was the fire burn down. They have that up now, blocking that east side of the main street. And so you can see it right there. I did take a little bit of a peek in. They've got like a basic construction going right now. Basic just floor is done, but nothing else. But there's a lot of like new looking metal pipes and whatnot in there. So I would suspect this, we're probably gonna see something at the beginning of the year from that, because it's definitely being built, and I don't think that's going to be something that's going to take too long. I would assume it's just going to be another carousel candy, but who knows? There might be something else, but I think that that'll for sure be up by the end of the, you know, by the beginning of the first of the season. I did want to mention, I'm walking past the Manor haunted house, and it is, you're hearing banging in there and stuff. They're working on that. Remember, September 8th, we're really close to it. Frightmares is going to start, and on my way in, I ran into that fourth haunted house, and they've got a name and a sign up. So it's called the Night Walk, and I think that sign looks really good. You can tell that's kind of new. I don't think that was ever there before. Let me know if you've seen it before, but that sign looks great, and this one's going to be a great haunted house. I'm so excited for it. All right, so if you woke up today and got a Facebook message from Lagoon, Lagoon does some really fun little events just throughout the year, but this is one of the things I love. So they're doing a car show out here today, and basically the midway street here that you see is just lined with like old-fashioned awesome cars, and it's just really cool. So walk through here, you get to see some really cool cars, and they only do this like once a year, so make sure you get out here on these days. They actually only advertise this one like a day ahead, so I didn't even know about this until last night, but it's a really cool thing. So just, you know, it's just cool to see, but they will do this again next year. They do it every year, so just make sure that you come out, because it's cool to see some of these classic cars. All right, so the stage for the Halloween show night performance, that's, remember, the one where the guys with the chainsaws come out and do their thing. Awesome show. This might be the best show that Lagoon does all season. They got like a DJ guy that has like a cool face and stuff that does everything with it, but it looks like that's all set up. Now remember, we're only a week away from the Frightmare festivities, so I think most of the construction on that's going to be done for the most part. I think we're about ready. I did hear some hammering in one of the haunted houses back in the back, so they still are working hard, but I think we're really close to having everything being done there, and that stage looks finalized. It looks like it's pretty much ready to go, so that's a good one. All right, so we're walking past Primordial. Gates are still up. It looks really clean in there. There's not much else that needs to be done, I can tell you that for sure. My original prediction a few months ago of this being open the week that Frightmares opens, I think is very likely. I don't have any sources, I don't have any news, none of us have any news, but I think that it's very likely it opens next week. So just if it's something that you're really wanting to be on right away, next week might be a time that you want to schedule a time to come out to the park, just because I really think that it's likely. If not, it could be the week right after, but it wouldn't surprise me if they open everything up all at the same time. All right, so let's talk about crowds while we're out here. So today's not a great indication of crowds, just because it is Labor Day weekend. I've mentioned this before, but just if you haven't seen my videos, holiday weekends are the best time to come to Lagoon, just hands down. I know at other parks that's not the case, but at Lagoon, everyone goes camping, and it's just, I mean, traffic was slower coming down. We got right into the park. There was hardly any parking taken up today. It was awesome. I thought the car show was going to make it packed out here, but it didn't yet, at least. So holiday weekends are great. So it's super light out here today, and I'm assuming tomorrow, which is Sunday, will also be pretty slow. It's a little windy, as you can see too, so that kind of deters a little bit, but holiday weekends are a great time to come out, and I'm going to keep pushing that boat. I know it's not that way for other amusement parks, but if it's a holiday weekend, book a trip out to Lagoon, because you'll pretty much walk on everything. All right, so one thing I wanted to mention just while we're talking about Frightmares, since it's next week, just a couple pieces of advice. Very first thing I would say, get out to the park as early as possible during the day. I know sometimes you have to wait out till after work or whatnot, but get out as early as possible. Do the haunted houses right away. Because just in my experience with this, I've noticed that as the night progresses, the lines get longer and longer because people want to go on them when it's dark. But like I said, if you really want to get on one, try to do it earlier in the night. There is also the fast pass system that helps out a lot. This one's great. It's a Batmobile boat. That might be my favorite one here today. I had to take a shot of this one, this Camaro right here. I had one of these in high school, a cherry red one. Looked exactly like this one, so just seeing this one brought a little joy to my heart. Also, the attractions that are going to get the most traffic is going to be Cannibal, Wicked, and I'm assuming Primordial. So if you want to do those rides, again, hit them early. Cannibal and Wicked have the single rider lines, which really shave off a ton of time, especially during Frightmare seasons. I'm not sure about Primordial yet. We're going to find out probably pretty soon. All right, so Lagoon's been doing a lot of good work this week. So the Plank and Plunder and the Lure signs are now up that have replaced the Alice and the Smoke and Mirrors shows. So that show will be starting next week. So get out here. I'm sure it's going to be just as good as those other ones were. All right, they don't have the times yet for those two shows. So once those pop up, I'll get them up on a video. But it's still just showing the Smoke and Mirrors and the Alice show for right now. But I'm assuming this week those will change. All right, I wanted to just take a quick second. I wanted to put out just a quick thanks to the staff here at Lagoon. This has been a great regular season, and the staff has just been so awesome here this year. I've had nothing but great experiences with everybody here. And one other thing I want to mention is just thank you to everybody who helps clean this park. I go to a lot of these carnival style parks, and they're just messy, and there's garbage everywhere and things like that. And this one really does a really good job. By far, this is one of the cleanest carnival style parks that I've ever been to. And I just want to thank all the staff for that, because it's all of your hard work that makes this possible. So I'm not 100% sure if I hit this in any of my other videos, but Lagoon does allow dogs in the park. So you can bring your dogs out here, walk them around. It's one of my things I love about this park is that there are dogs allowed in here. And so like, you'll just be walking along and there's just some cute dog coming up to you or whatnot. I mean, they need to be on a leash, obviously, but I just love that about this park because it's really fun because people bring a lot of their dogs out here and it's just fun to see them walking around. They look like they're having such a good time. While I was talking about dogs being allowed in the park, I'm like picturing somebody taking a dog on Cannibal and like that look on like the Looney Tunes cartoons when they put like an anvil on one of the person's heads. That's like the face of the dog while it's going on Cannibal. All right, everybody, that'll do it for the September construction video. Next time we're out here, these Frightmares buildings will be open. Thanks for joining us on the XP project.